Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to explain one of the most beautiful thing of SQL. That is, let's say I have a database and this is the student info database, and we have a column that is called submitted info, and this submitted info column contains what are the information that was submitted by the student. Let's say they have submitted the fees, like this person has submitted the fees, so it is containing the fees receipt. The another person, he or she has submitted the Aadhaar, address proof, fees receipt, phone number, medical fitness, health insurance, and immunization details. So these are categorized into two parts. Let's say that are the personal and the medical. So under personal, it comes under like Aadhaar, address proof, fees receipt, phone number. And under medical, it comes medical fitness certificate, health insurance certificate or health insurance document, immunization details, etc. So what I want this collated information should be split into two columns. So one should be personal and another should be medical. So personal should comes, so all the personal information like Aadhaar, address proof, fees receipt, phone number, this should come under personal column over here, and rest of the things like medical fitness, health insurance, immunization details, these three should comes under over here as a medical. So let me go back to our SQL server and do the process. So I have already imported the student information, so let me get and show you how it looks like. So I'll type it star from student info, and if I execute, you can see the same database over here. Now what I want, as I said, I should split this column into two different columns based upon the personal info and medical info. So what I'm going to do, let me create first two different columns. So for that I'll update, or maybe first I'll do the alter table, and in this case our table name is this one. So I'll straight away, we can take from here as well, add, and I'm going to write the column name as personal, and this is a varchar. Always we have to mention the data type, and this is max, varchar max I'm going to use. Another column I'm going to use, that is for medical varchar. Let me execute this, and if I see the table, we have both the columns. Now what I'm going to do, I can make them as empty instead of null. So I'll do, I'll update the table. In this case, table name is our student info. So I'll copy this, paste it over here, set personal, I'll take this personal, copy and paste it over here as empty. Same thing I'll do for medical as well. I'll copy this, paste it over here, and I'll execute this. Now if I check the table, it will show as empty. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this information in those two columns. So for that I'll copy these things same again, and I'll paste it over here. I'll do some modification over here. What I'll do, I'll write, I'll be using the case when statement, and that case when statement will be like this, like case when column name is what? Our submitted info. So submitted info should be inside the bracket because there is a space. So space, if there is any space, we have to make them inside the bracket. So I'll type it as submitted info. So when the submitted info like, I'll make inside single quotation percentage, and let me go back to my Excel. I'll copy it from here. So when it is like Aadhaar, I'll copy from here, paste it over here. When it is like Aadhaar, then it should print Aadhaar. If anything else, so I'll put else, it should be empty, and we should also end this statement. Okay, so we have done with this. So what I'll do, I'll copy this and make a copy of another 4 or 5 based upon how many we have. So in this case we have 4, so I'll copy and paste it over 4 times. So I'll copy this and paste it one by one 4 times. Okay, and let me check what are the other things. Address proof, so I'll copy this address proof, paste it over here. I'll just substitute these values, that's it. Fees receipt, and the phone number. Okay, I'll wrap this entire case statements inside a coalesce function. So for that I'll type it as COALEACE coalesce, and I'll wrap with null if, and I'm going to concat. So there is 3 statement. So first I'm going to concat all the 4 statements, and I'll close the bracket, the first bracket which is associated with the concat. Second thing is if null, if there is null, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, if there is any null, I want to substitute with the empty string, and if, and this null if is done, I'm going to make the coalesce. So coalesce also, if there is anything empty, so that will also be with the null. I'm going to substitute with the null, and this is done for the personal one. So same thing I'm going to do, I'll copy this entire thing and paste it over here. Just I'm going to replace the values. So let me go to the Excel, and in this case we have 3, so I'm going to make them as 3. So I'll paste it over here. I'm going to delete 1, making them as 3 because we have only 3 data over here. This is the health insurance. I'm going to substitute this. And the last one is immunization details. So that will be over here. Okay, so now if I execute this, line number 22. Okay, so I have to remove this. If I execute now, okay, line 13, line 13, yes, concat. Student info, submitted info, line 13, invalid column name, submitted info. Okay, invalid column name, let me check what is the column name. Submitted info, SUB. Okay, submitted info. Let me replace this. Okay, now it should work. As you can see, 5 rows affected. If I run the statement, you can see that we are able to see the effect. So in this we are not able to get the comma after the address proof, comma, fees receipt. I want this as comma. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make over here comma space for all the data points, and it should reflect perfectly. Okay, if I execute this, now we should get the correct thing. Okay, now we can do further one thing. Like, as you can see, there is a comma at the end. So for that you can refer my previous video for the left or right one. So we can infuse over here to show or to eliminate this ending with comma. So what I'm going to do, we can write it as like select star, and what I'm going to do, from I'm going to write if if right, and from right column name is personal, comma 2, if this equals to comma space. If it is so, so take from the left, take from the left, and left is column personal, and how many characters, take from the left till total length minus these two. So length of personal minus, you can make it 1 because I'll show that I tried earlier. If I make it 2, so we are getting the strings off from the characters. So for that I'm making it as 1. So I'm going to close for the left. So left is completed, and if there is nothing ending with like comma, then we can take the entire personal. Okay, and that is from the table name. So table name is student info. So if I execute this, Let me bring inside over here in the visual window. As you can see, so we got the our expected output, so there is no comma at the end. So that's all for now. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I'll come up with another new exciting video. Thank you, bye bye.